Hello, everybody. Once again, this is Micah Lieberman with Scope and also with Clinico. Hopefully you've seen my videos and you know that I run a clinical trials and clinical research conference in the US and Europe. And I also run a small company affiliated with that, which is a B2B marketplace, kind of the digital extension of Scope called Clinico. And I love doing these interviews. I basically talk to friends in industry and people who are doing interesting things in clinical research and clinical trials and clinical trials technology. So you might know the face on the screen other than mine, and you probably know Moe from his publication. So Moe Alsumidaie, did I say right? I say I did. Good.
Yes.
Thank you, Moe. So you probably know him from Clinical Trial Vanguard. He's the chief editor there. But also you know him from previous publications, from his role in industry. He's a traditional clinical trials guy. He's been inside of pharma, he's been on the vendor side, and now I think you're a little bit above it. Like you get to see things differently, right? It's kind of like you get to be an analyst, you get to talk to people. I think your job is kind of like mine, Mo. What is your job? Tell
Man,
me.
I do so many things. I like to, as much as I like to be a specialist, I'm doing a lot of things. So I like to consider myself a clinical trial industry expert, is what
Yes.
they
Good.
call it, right? So I love to stay on top of what's going on with regulation, what's going on with regards to the macroeconomic aspect, what's happening in different countries, for example, with the clinical trial environment, and then what's going on a more granular level, what's happening with technology, what's happening with innovation in the field, what different thought leaders are saying. So I'm sitting down interviewing a lot of people from biotechs to technology companies to regulators. So it's a really fascinating place to be because there's a lot of changes happening. And so a lot of our viewers, my viewers, reach out to me because of, sort of the finger on the pulse, as they
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, and that's a good description. I think that's why you and I get along because we love talking shop. We like talking big picture, and we like thinking about this stuff all the time. And so last time in last fall, we met and we hung out in Spain. I also saw you in Lisbon. Thanks for hanging out. I think you bought me a lot of pastry. That was great. You were doing interviews also on site at Scope Europe. This coming fall, meaning October 13th through the 15th in Barcelona, you're actually running a panel. You're actually up on stage and you're running a panel at Scope Europe. The title of your panel is very straightforward, and I like it. It says, Trials are leaving Europe. Can we bring them back? That is a really big statement, big question. It's a great name for a panel because I want to know what's going on. Tell me, why are trials leaving Europe?
Hmm. So that's something
Roger, it's not a fair question. Europe's a big place.
it's not a fair
Different places, but it's a good one to ask.
Absolutely. So here's the thing. If we knew why trials are leaving Europe, um, my conversation recently with Dr. Stefan Thurstrup, who is the chief medical officer at the EMA, that's one of his focuses for the upcoming year. And if we knew why, we wouldn't be asking these questions, right? A lot of it has to do with why big pharma is leaving Europe. Um, there's a lot of things that we are that are rumored about, like for example, um, you know, for instance, we're looking at the fact that Europe is accepting data from different countries and allowing the approvals to move forward with that, and not requiring trials to be run in the country. Uh, there's that aspect of it. There are other aspects where it's highly bureaucratic, so it's a very slow moving area. And also, you've got issues with the data privacy and the new laws, the GDPR laws. But Big Pharma is starting to find ways around that, where you can take this data and analyze it in another country. Uh, but really, what we want to, you know, this panel is just, it's not another polite panel. I mean, we did the keynote last year, but this year we want it to be a reckoning.
Mhm.
So it's titled like why clinical trials are leaving Europe and what pharma needs from regulators to stay. It like we're not just pulling punches, right? We are curating voices from senior level executives from Novo Nordisk and UCB so far. And we're looking to add another panelist to this. Like these are leaders who are deeply embedded in the operational realities around running trials across Europe and globally as well. So I think what makes it different is that like this discussion is an unscripted, data-driven, and intentionally designed to surface the tension, to unearth the different perspectives, to really understand why this is happening, the real root causes. So we're not really looking for alignment here. We're really looking for honesty. Yeah. And with regulators paying attention, because we're going to be covering this afterwards, the goal here is to bring these unspoken challenges into the open. And if we want Europe to compete globally, we need to confront the realities here and the reasons why it's falling behind. And that's exactly what this panel is built to do.
That's good. And also, I would say also one of the beauties of Scope and this community in the US and Europe is that the people in the room who maybe don't have their face on the brochure, who are not doing the actual presentation, they do raise their hand. We are all having coffee together, and everybody there is kind of, those are the people who are making trials happen. They are innovators, they're designing them, they're running them. They are functional heads, they're VPs, they're executive directors, etc. And they're in the room and they have their opinions, and those are also heard. And like you said, is after the fact, we're going to continue the discussion. I think last year, before some of the keynotes, we did some like pre-event webinars with some of our keynotes. We've been doing on Clinico with Scope 365, we've been doing these informal kind of connects, these meetups where we're discussing it, because we're never going to accomplish it or complete this discussion in a panel. I think our job, yours and mine, is to kind of facilitate this discussion, get these people together. And if we could move the needle, just a little, and we've kind of done our job. I mean, I'm not a regulator. I don't own one of the big pharma companies. But I can try to bring everybody together. All right. Yeah. I think I like the word reckoning. That's a strong word, but I like that, Mo. All right. That's good. All right. We should do another one of these probably just after Scope Europe. So like late October. And let's see if we can continue the discussion.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Bring your data to the conference, because we're open to hearing what other people have to say. So
yeah. Thank you, Mo. It's good to see you.
Appreciate it, Micah. Thank you.
Okay, everybody.